But sometimes Christians reject shepherding from pastors because they've been hurt by the church. They've been hurt by pastors that have been harsh, judgmental, have been businesslike, have been standoffish. I remember one brother who, being part of a church, relatively larger church, I think over 1,000 people, was trying to connect with a pastor there, and the pastor says, and asking, can we swap phone numbers to get connected? And the pastor says, no, I don't do that. Here's my email. A standoffish pastor, and unfortunately, smaller churches can do this as well, but the larger the church goes, I find that, and I've observed personally and through interacting with other Christians that are part of bigger churches, that has been their experience. The larger the church goes, there's an impersonal attitude and approach by pastors and leaders that they just run programs. I don't want you too close to my life, which is the opposite and a rejection of Jesus' own ministry, the Apostle Paul's ministry, and the teaching of the New Testament. And because of that, Christians that have experienced that, they feel turned off. They feel that they've been hurt by the church. And not to mention, they observe, and the saddest thing would be if they observe personally by their own personal experience of a local church, but even by reading about the scandals and the power abuse, the sexual scandals, the money problems, stealing money from the church, litigations. There have been one in our city here in Greater Vancouver, a huge litigation that was in the news, and it makes Christians disillusioned about whether they can trust pastors. And to that, I want to empathize and say, you need to grieve to the Lord. That's you. Give your grief to the Lord. Give your sadness and disappointment and your hurt to the Lord, but to not reject pastoral ministry in general in a personal way because of that experience. That the scriptures still teach the norm that Christians need the shepherding of pastors. And so don't get discouraged. Pray for and ask God for that the Lord may bring you godly pastors of integrity, Bible-centered, Christ-centered, loves people, and have wisdom that can shepherd you. Do not give up on the church, and do not give up on pastors.